Hello all, thanks for tuning in. Tonight we're going to talk a little about the Howard number 10 set. This dates back to 1905, 1906. Beautifully done with the brass. This is the upgraded version of their 8, which was a contemporary. So this was their $10 engine, and this was their $20 engine. And this engine has a notoriety for being the first, you'll see a headlight up here, the first toy train with an operating headlight. So you come down here and you have this little switch, and you move the switch, and on comes the headlight. Off. So you might ask yourself, well, why didn't they put headlights in all these things? Well, you were running your trains with dry cell batteries, which would run dry very rapidly. So you wanted to be as stingy as possible with every volt. So they were happy if you got your motor running and pulling a few cars, let alone being excessive, putting a headlight on it. So this was quite a novelty, and of course it was started by the Howard Miniature Lamp Company in New York. Their head engineer, Mortimer, took on the train line starting in 1903. Here you can see the perfectly happy children here with an 8 and some of the passenger cars here, the smaller cars. This catalog is 1905 or 1906. Here you have the $20 number 10 with the beaming headlight, advertising the brass finish for a whopping $20. This is huge money. Or again, for the more value conscious, the $10 number 8. Here you had their deluxe set with the 8, which is $25, or you could really up your game here for $35, which was probably the most expensive American-made set at the time, for the 10 and then the 3 cars, which you see here. So you have their large passenger cars. This one features flip-over seats, which is kind of unique. Your baggage car here, and your lovely tender. You have your reverse up top here, which it'll go back and forward. Dating these, because the catalogs are not dated, we do have one ad. This is from December of 1906, which pictures their top-of-the-line engine, the number 10, for $20, and advertised for the New York Electric Works. Howard marketed their trains through various electrical companies throughout America. It's quite a lovely set, beautiful stenciling all here, quite elaborate. So being that it was the most expensive set in America, there weren't too many of these made. And the thing about the headlight, the other companies would follow suit. Lionel wouldn't have a headlight probably until 1908. In 1907, when they introduced their 5, it had a dummy headlight. So probably the following year, they had the operating headlight for the 5 and the 6. Voltamp, from the get-go, did have headlights. So sometime at the end of 1908. But again, we have the novelty here with the beaming headlight and off. Apparently, they thought the switch was a little excessive because the following year, in 1907, the last year of production for Howard, they did away with the switch. But they did advertise a headlight that would track. You could either have it go forward or follow a curve. So you go, oh my gosh, that's got to be marvelous. It's got to be hooked up somehow to the truck down here so it would follow the track. You would be wrong. It's a swivel headlight, yes, a swivel headlight on the 1907 version, and there's a rod that goes back to the cab. And you go, oh man, that's got to be neat. Well, the rod, you just manually pull back or forward to go either curve or straight. So kind of a letdown. But that was their last year of production. Again, this is 1905 or 1906 with their metal frame in here. Last year they have a cast frame. So thank you very much for watching. We're running with a 2-inch, so ribbon rail, 2 inches across here, and we'll just fire it up and let it run a little bit more. Thank you very much for watching.